If it came down to me going to see Sammy Hagar, they're both playing Birmingham, and I'm going to go see Sammy Hagar with Joe Satriani that doesn't even give a fuck to prepare, or I'm going to go see David Lee Roth with Steve Vai that can nail that shit to the T, close my eyes, and there's Eddie on stage, because Steve Vai doesn't half-ass anything, and he's already played the music to the T. I'm going to see David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. You damn fucking straight. Come on, Dave. Get Steve Vai on the phone and bring us that Van Halen tribute. That's what I want to fucking see. David Lee Roth getting shot down by Sammy Hagar. Holy shit, y'all. I want to know what you guys think about that. So, Sammy Hagar throws the invite to David Lee Roth. And then Dave gets, in typical fashion, Dave gets all excited. And Dave says, hell yeah, count me in, man. Let's do this. His exact words, let's do this, right? But then Sammy immediately comes back with, whoa, slow down, cowboy. There is no let's do this. I said you can make an appearance. You're not going on tour with me. So then I got that. Once again, bad Sammy Hagar vibes. Like, what are you doing, Sammy? Jesus, bro. All your careers are flatlined, Sammy. Dave is the creator of the band, Dave and Eddie. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Eddie's borrowing Dave's freaking PA to get that band off the ground. Here's my take, okay? If I was David Lee Roth, you know what I'd be doing right now? I'd be saying, okay, fuck you, Sammy. You ain't shooting me down, motherfucker. Get Steve Vai on the phone, all right? Let me tell you something about Steve Vai, guys. I'm a guitar player. I was the fucking guitarist in Fair Warning. I started that band. The very first Van Halen tribute called Fair Warning, which is still together today. I started that band with Joey Leffler in New York. Love Light Productions was our booking agent. For the year that I was in the band, I had to leave the band because I got a better offer from the Chippendales. $600 a night versus $125 a night. So I leave the band, but the band is still together. So I'm not coming from like some basic point of view with Van Halen. I'm coming from, I was in a tribute, I played all the music, I eared all the music, couldn't wait for the albums to come out. Surrounded by guys with Kramer Beretta guitars in 1984. I'd sit in a garage, everybody had a Kramer Beretta guitar because of Eddie Van Halen, all right? Now, when Steve Vai went on tour with David Lee Roth, Steve Vai nailed those Van Halen parts. Steve Vai nailed Eddie Van Halen. He was so prepared. And the reason he was prepared was he's on record saying when he was coming up, he was playing all Van Halen material as it was coming out. Just like a lot of us guitar players were doing. We could not wait for the next album to come out with Eddie Van Halen on it, because all we heard were the guitar parts. It's like you weren't even listening to the rest of the music. You're just like trying to dissect what Eddie's doing on guitar. That's what you're doing, okay? Up until he got with Sammy Hagar. Once Eddie got with Sammy, the playing softened up quite a bit. Eddie played his absolute best with David Lee Roth. Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth together, unstoppable, greatest guitarist, greatest music, greatest frontman to ever get on a rock and roll stage. Nobody rocked the stage better than David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen. That duo together, unstoppable, unmatchable. Nothing takes it. So, let me just say for the record too, when OU812, the album came out, man, I had the Kramer sitting on standby ready to go. Yeah, baby, I can't wait. I gotta hear these guitar parts. I can't wait to just have my boombox and I'm play, rewind. I gotta learn all this shit. New Eddie Van Halen. Man, when that fucking album, when it dropped, my heart dropped with it. I said, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? I don't want to learn any of this shit. Where's the Eddie Van Halen from 1984? Where's the Fair Warning Eddie Van Halen? Where's that guitar playing at? Where's it at? That's the most soft core guitar. If it was porn, there wouldn't be a boner in sight, man. It was the limp dick fucking guitar of Eddie Van Halen. Horrible, man. Sammy had softened Eddie up so much that I didn't even care to learn anything on that album other than Black and Blue. That was it. And it was so easy, I learned it in about 10 fucking minutes. I eared the guitar solo, I eared all of it in not even 10 minutes. It was so basic, it was so simple. My point is, Eddie was just a shredder with David Lee Roth. Very, very, coming up with all these different guitar parts that were almost impossible to ear. Really impossible to ear a lot of that shit. He gets with Sammy, now you're earing that shit in under 10 minutes. He's simplified everything. David Lee Roth, if he were smart, right now he'd be saying, fuck you, Sammy Hagar. How dare you insult me like that? Get Billy Sheen. Get fucking Steve Vai. Steve Vai would never have gone on Howard Stern and hacked that shit like Joe Satriani did. That's the difference. There's the difference. Joe had 30 years to prepare for that. 30 years of guitar playing. That you should already know those tricks and licks. Just like Steve Vai knows those tricks and licks. Steve Vai knows the tone. Steve Vai would never have fucked up Howard Stern like Joe did. It just tells you, Joe was caught off guard and just said, fuck it, I'll do it anyway. Even though I've never played a lick of Eddie Van Halen, which is an insult. Why would you invite somebody to the band that's never played a lick of EVH? Never play, and it was so obvious because his tone was off, playing was off, vibrato was off, harmonics off. He didn't salt and pepper any EVH style. There was nothing. Dude, it was like a guy that had never heard Eddie Van Halen before. A single album, a single anything, and he's trying to perform the tunes on a whim. That's what as a guitar player, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, how is he getting all of this so wrong? He just didn't get Mean Streets wrong, y'all. He got every fucking song wrong. How do you do that? You come from the 80s and you ain't playing no EVH right. You shouldn't have been invited, brother. You should not have been invited. What the fuck's wrong with my voice? Shit. You should not have painted that van flat black. You look like a fucking, what do they call these guys? These fucking bomber vest people? Yeah, that's what I just passed. Suicide bombers? I just passed one. Anyway, you don't show up that unprepared on Howard Stern Live for Everybody and blame it on, well, the music's too hard, or I didn't have enough time to prepare. Bullshit, dude. You had 30 years to prepare as a guitar player to play Van Halen. Hey, I haven't played Panama with a band in about 10 years, okay? There's videos of me on YouTube when I was in my Journey tribute, but we did Van Halen because you ain't keeping me from Van Halen. We'll close the night out every night with fucking Panama. We're going to close it out with Ain't Talking About Love, the classics, you know what I'm saying? When I would do my solo, I'd always throw some Eruption in there. So even though I was in this Journey band, I was still playing some Van Halen shit with them because I love Van Halen that much, you know? Check it out. We got Santa. We got elves. What up, what up, what up? They're taking a picture of my car. What's up? Yeah, baby. So you could, like, right now, 10 years later, it's been about 10 years since not quite 10, that I was in the Journey tribute band. You could ask me to pull Panama out of my back pocket, and I'll play that shit just as good as fucking Eddie played it in 1984. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that kind of passion into it. Obviously, I'm not Eddie. And for all you dudes that are out there saying there'll never be another Eddie, he's too difficult to recreate and all this bullshit, just be happy with what we get. Bullshit, motherfucker. No. Okay, to write that music, yeah, write Eruption, that's a musical genius that none of us know where the fuck that came from. You ain't ever getting that back. But to copy Eruption, today, piece of cake. Man, there's kids out there copying Eruption. Check out Pete Thorne. For all you dudes that just don't get it, check out Pete Thorne Van Halen. That's just, I'll throw that one name out there, even though there's 100. Pete Thorne Van Halen does it just as good as Eddie, baby. Why isn't Sammy getting Pete Thorne on the phone? Why is it more important to have a buddy? Oh, my buddy Joe Satriani from Chicken Foot. Yeah, he doesn't know shit about Eddie Van Halen. Just bring him in anyway. The fans don't give a fuck. And it's crazy that the bar is so low that a lot of the fans don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, he's playing it all wrong? Well, my bar is so low, I don't even know. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, the guitar players from the 80s, their bar is so high, they're like, Joe, you're fucking everything up. You suck. Get the fuck out of here. That's an insult to the motherfucking iconic playing of Eddie Van Halen. You're insulting Eddie by letting that shit happen. So here it is, the final say. David Lee Roth, bring back Billy Sheen, bring back Steve Vai. Is he Bissonette on drums? Bring back Bissonette on drums. That's a phenomenal drummer. And go ahead and put Van Halen 2.0 together and tour with that shit while Sammy Hagar is touring with Joe Satriani that doesn't even know any of the fucking songs. If it came down to me going to see Sammy Hagar, they're both playing Birmingham, and I'm going to go see Sammy Hagar with Joe Satriani that doesn't even give a fuck to prepare, or I'm going to go see David Lee Roth with Steve Vai that can nail that shit to the T, close my eyes, and there's Eddie on stage, because Steve Vai doesn't half-ass anything, and he's already played the music to the T. I'm going to see David Lee Roth and Steve Vai. You damn fucking straight. Come on, Dave. Get Steve Vai on the phone and bring us that Van Halen tribute. That's what I want to fucking see. All right, guys, I'm pulling into my gym. Why are the cars going so fast right now? It's like, holy shit. It's Black Friday, and my gym is right in the middle of all these shopping centers, so I guarantee you we're going to be busy as fuck today. And I'm already stuck in traffic. Already stuck in traffic trying to get to my gym. Woo, woo! Y'all have an awesome day. Peace, baby!